Man, look, sometimes it's hard to find some shorts that really fit right, okay? That's why I F with Chubbies, okay? Look here, man. Look here. I've been wearing their Originals stretch short, and I love how comfortable the elastic waistband is. You know, because your boy be drinking, your boy be eating, and sometimes you just need a little something, right? To make you feel comfortable. And guess what? They come in 3 different lengths. Now, that's super lit, okay? Look, for a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our exclusive code. Use code DUDES20 at chubbyshorts.com. If you're a lady listening, get your man Chubbies this summer and make sure he's looking good. He will thank you. His bulge will thank you. Everybody will thank you. One more time. For a limited time, 20% off with the promo code DUDES20 at checkout at chubbyshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with the promo code DUDES20. Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dude behind the foods. That's actually really fucking good. Megan Batoon.
Oh, here I am. All of your prayers have been answered.
Yeah, finally. I'm so sick of looking over and seeing stupid David's face.
If only I could sing. La.
It doesn't matter. You can dance.
Hey.
Not everybody can sing and dance.
Who's your favorite singer dancer?
Michael Jackson.
Nice.
Yeah. Not gonna. How about you?
Favorite singer dancer. Chris Brown.
Hey, this is a safe space. I'm a Chris Brown fan.
Here's the thing. Art alone, he's a great dancer.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Mm-hmm. I also think that people are allowed to be forgiven for their mistakes.
Well, you just said Michael Jackson and I said Chris Brown. So, this is problematic all around.
Michael didn't do shit. Michael didn't do none of that shit, all right?
Do you know Michael? Call him up. What would you do if you just called Michael up?
First of all, let me just say this. Mike ain't do none of that shit.
None of that.
2, I might be one of those people who subscribe to the idea that Michael Jackson might have faked his death to get away from the world and the media.
Ooh. Are you into any conspiracy theories?
Michael Jackson not being alive, not being dead. For a long time, I was heavy on the Tupac still being alive.
Sure.
Still low key. Just because of there's a lot of lore surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
9/11 was an inside job.
Okay.
Moon landing is fake.
All of them? Just every single one?
I mean, the big ones, the popular ones,
Dude, sometimes these conspiracy theories, the documentaries they make are really convincing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gullible, don't watch them. Don't watch them.
Or you mean if you're a free thinker? What the
Right,
fuck?
yeah.
How about you, conspiracy theories?
I don't know. I will believe anything, so I literally have to stay away. I will believe anything.
Are you a big documentary person?
No, but I would love to be more, but unless it's really, and this might be an ADHD thing, I have inattentive ADHD is the specific type I have. Whoa.
Yeah.
So if it's not interesting to me, my brain cannot latch on to anything.
Yeah.
And it's just words. And I'm just sometimes people will be talking to me, I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah, I very much have that issue where before we get into that, Megan Batoon is back for episode 2 because I had to cancel with David So. And we're also starting a new podcast together.
True.
And also, do you drink whiskey?
I apparently am today.
Yes, you are, motherfucker. So here's the fun of this show, too. It's introducing the co-host to new things.
Oh, mm-hmm.
This is a Japanese whiskey.
Watashi wasta?
Watashi wasta. Aged 12 years.
Ooh.
And I bought it because it was expensive.
Love it. Where did you buy it from?
Bevmo.
Okay. I didn't know you brought it from Japan.
I was in Osaka. I was just
in Sherman Oaks.
I was in a bathhouse in Osaka.
Nice.
Getting a massage next to a Yakuza OG.
Uh-huh.
Completely covered in tattoos.
Yep.
He looked over at me and said, "You drink a whiskey?" I said, "Oh, Yes. So as we're getting our jack off massages.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was an added detail.
That's just a little, of course.
Sure.
He hands me a shot, a little cup, and it was very good. Mm. And I said, "What's the name of this?" And he disappeared into thin air. And I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy." And I was like, "Excuse me, jack off masseuse. Do you know Mr. Yamashiro, who was just here, who handed me this drink?" She said, "Oh, he has been dead for 12 years." And I was like, "Oh, this is crazy."
Oh my God, 12 years, and now we're going to drink his blood?
Yes.
Damn.
You right on my same page.
Man, so I love when things work out full circle.
We're just going to sip on this. I also brought a special treat. I brought us some sushi.
Love it.
Because I was in a sushi mood.
Sushi mood. I'm never not in a sushi mood.
Dude, I could eat it every day probably. Every other day.
Yeah. The first time I ever learned about tipping, I was in a sushi restaurant. No one taught me about tipping.
Okay.
How did you learn about tipping?
I was a server.
That's when you learned?
Of like how to properly tip.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, were you going out to eat before you were a server?
Well, I had heard something that typically, this was a long time ago too. So back then, it was like, if you didn't know what to tip, just double the tax, which made sense back then. But now with inflation and shit, doubling the tax is almost like a little less than what you should be tipping. Yeah. But yeah. That's where I kind of learned. So you had no idea.
Okay, I had no idea. Okay. And I don't know. I mean, I've had to learn so many things just in the worst way. Yeah. Which is the best. Learning things the worst way is the best way to learn them.
Making mistakes.
Yeah.
That's the only way you really learn.
Truly. So anyway, like I was at a sushi restaurant and the check came, paid the bill like to the cent. And then the server came back and they were like, "Hey, was something wrong?"
Did I do something wrong?
We're like, "No, everything was perfect. Like, we love it." And he was like, "Okay, well, this is," and he like had to teach us what it meant to tip. And I felt so bad.
That is hilarious because I have had the exact same thing happen to me when I was eating lunch with a homegirl in New York. Took me to a little hole-in-the-wall Japanese spot.
Yeah.
We were leaving and the server came up to her. She's like, "Excuse me. What did I do? Why is it tip so little?" And the whole girl's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
Oh shit. Damn.
But yeah, I'm glad you were able to learn that lesson.
Me too.
I have to ask, your parents didn't talk to you about tipping?
Me having a Thai food restaurant for 20 years?
Well, yeah, that would probably be helpful.
But here's the thing. Old Asian people, they're not like, "Oh, they should be tipping 20%, or 50%.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you're happy if they leave you a couple bucks.
Totally.
I was just raised with that conversation. I mean, both of my parents worked in the service industry a lot, but I feel like I was just raised with an understanding that unless somebody is blatantly cruel to you as a waiter, you tip them well.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't learn anything that was worth knowing until it was like under fire.
That's like my college experience.
What did you learn in college?
I didn't learn anything worth knowing.
Yeah.
After 6 years and a bunch of money.
6 years?
Yeah,
you have a fucking master's?
Well, no, I don't even have a degree. We'll get it. We'll get into it. Dude? Wait, I feel like we pivoted from a very interesting topic in the early of this episode. Before we started talking about the sushi, because I was like, hold on, before we get into that, Batoon is here. But Robyn, do you remember?
Well, now I'm just interested why you're in college for 6 years. We have some questions.
I can't remember if it was right before you introduced Megan for the second time.
Yeah,
well, it don't matter. We got a whole podcast that's coming soon. We'll get into it, all right?
Here's the thing about ADHD is the important things always come back. So whatever we were talking about that was worth talking about, I'm sure it'll come back.
I think it might have even just been about the ADHD. You have the inattentive, which I also have. You can't focus on shows.
Documentaries, conspiracy theories.
I also can't focus on shows. Maybe I was just about to tell you a story that I've told people all the time about the ADHD, where I got diagnosed from my online interview. Did I tell you this story?
Well, I told you about my ADHD, and then you were like, "I wonder if I have it," and then you went to go get one.
Was that really part of it?
Yeah, I remember that, you going.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, damn, I don't even remember that.
Why am I here?
But to keep a long story short, I mean, we don't have to. We got a whole hour to talk. When I scheduled my appointment, well, I'll keep it short because y'all heard this story already, but to keep a long story short, when I was gonna talk to this woman over Zoom to see if I have ADHD, I was like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm purposely
100%.
everywhere to make it seem like I'm trying to force this diagnosis. So I was like, I'm gonna look like I'm focused. So I put the computer mouse on her nose and just stared at it.
You told me that, yeah.
Yes. And then, but even then, as I'm fidgeting, she's like, yeah, I'm noticing things here.
Right.
Okay, so I brought us sushi. Here's some toro, some sashimi, and here is some cod.
Nice.
And here are just some, edamame, of course. Here's a little baked crab hand roll.
Yum, yum.
I was trying to keep shit not too much raw shit because, Uber Eats, I didn't want it sitting out there for too long.
Heard.
We got some tempura shrimp.
Love it.
Here, look. Well, there you go.
Look.
Take it. Go in.
It's mad. Look, you happy? Eat it.
Fucking eat. God damn it. Yeah. But yes, I could eat sushi all the time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yep. What is something that you would put in sushi that is unexpected?
Dang.
Make a roll right now.
Make a roll right now.
Make a roll right now. That's never been made before.
Wow.
And it's called the chim. It's called the chim. It's called the Chantarangsu roll.
Chantarangsu roll, I feel like I have to go Thai because it's my last name on it.
Cool.
Okay. Chantarangsu roll.
Thai roll.
Thai roll.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Here's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Thai people and Southeast Asians, everyone kind of does their spin on a papaya salad.
Okay.
Kind of spicy, very citrusy. And a lot of it, sometimes a variation of it, it'll be served with just like raw blue crab.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe I would take some of that raw blue crab meat and just put it with the papaya on the rice, wrapped in the seaweed. And I forget how they make the actual the dressing or juice that's in the salad, but just kind of drizzle that on there. And I think you would have a nice mouth feel. You know what I'm saying?
Mouth feel.
Yeah, because you would get the little crisp of the papaya.
Love it.
The warmth of that little rice.
Yep.
A little crisp bite of that seaweed and the nice velvety mushiness of that raw crab,
Love it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How about you?
My fusion roll. I guess it wouldn't be fusion, but my heritage roll called the Patoon roll.
There you go.
He lives on. I forgot his name, but Mr. Yashimoto lives on.
Yamashito.
Yamashito. I'm dyslexic. A Filipino roll. I would do a pork. I love pork. This is the issue with me loving Jewish boys, is I love pork. And how am I supposed to have a husband that I can't have bacon with?
That's great. You got to just find one of the bad ones.
And boy, do I like the bad ones.
You're a bad Jew. You're eating bacon with me.
Pork. Yeah.
And you'd be a shiksa.
Is that what it's called?
That is I do believe that's the term for a.
I would have to convert.
Oh.
Like Charlotte in Sex and the City. Have you ever seen it?
Is that what she did?
She converted for her husband.
And George Costanza converted for a lady as well on Seinfeld.
Oh, really? He wasn't already Jewish?
That's what it was. He was Jewish.
Oh, he converted against it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Seinfeld was definitely Jewish. Was George Jewish? He converted to a different religion for another woman.
Yeah. Whoa.
But yeah, would you convert religions for the man you love?
I guess here's my thing about religions is I think they're all the same when they get boiled down.
Girl.
Same rivers, different rivers, same ocean.
They all just saying the same shit?
Yeah, so it's just I believe in a higher power, and so what's your version of the higher power? I think I could get on board with any of them.
I feel that, because at the end of the day, everything else between you and God is just a bunch of arbitrary shit. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of little random technicalities.
Right.
Don't eat fish. Do eat fish. Don't
Right.
eat pork. Fucking, I don't know, shave your pubes on Saturday. Or,
Right.
or,
Yeah,
or don't.
yeah.
You
Just
know?
all these traditions. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have to find out because I'm single as hell right now.
Let's get it. You hear that?
Let's get it.
You hear that, y'all? Jew boys, get in them DMs, okay?
Especially the comedy ones. Comedy writers just shoot me in the face. I'm done.
With jizz.
Oh, with a ring.
What would you... You're getting ahead of yourself, Make Up a Tune. All right? Take the jizz first, and then maybe you'll get a ring. What would you like to take a bite out of?
Little Jewish boy.
They eat sushi?
That's true. Do we have chopsticks, or is it a hand motion?
They should have given me chopsticks, and I tell you what, this is gonna decrease this Uber Eats man's tip, because what the fuck?
Would you like me to grab you forks?
Something, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Robyn Couch.
Oh, you don't want to do it with your hands?
I mean, I would love to.
Filipinos go with hands.
Let's do it, Robyn Couch. We're not gonna use forks. We're gonna go with our hands because she's half Filipino. Let's do the Toro first.
Okay.
Would you like some soy sauce on there?
Yes.
Yeah. Here. Are you a wasabi girl?
I don't like wasabi.
Oh, at all?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The two things I really don't like in this life, food-wise, olives,
Okay.
wasabi.
Interesting.
What a mess. What a walking mess.
Usually Robyn Couch has little placemats for us, okay?
Oh,
I forgot. I thought maybe having
Sure.
a lovely woman here would bleed into just an overall cleanliness in the space.
oh no.
Not when she's my friend.
Not this one.
I can grab the placemats if we want them.
No, fuck it, it's fine. I'm just gonna soy sauce up this little thing, cause fuck it.
Because fuck it.
Okay, so
What if this is disrespectful off the bat?
what?
What if?
What we're doing?
No.
Oh.
Well, what I'm about to do. But what if you put the sushi in the whiskey? Crazy?
You know? Batoon?
You know how you like dip the sushi this way?
Yeah.
What if you just dip the sushi like this?
Let's
Crazy?
fucking do it. Let's fucking do it.
You don't have to.
No, let's fucking do it.
You don't have to. This is. Have you ever been bullied before?
Not to the.
It's now, motherfucker. Time's up.
Well, let's do it then. Batoon.
It might ruin it. It might ruin it.
How could it?
When's the last bad day you've had? Is it time for a new one?
This would not ruin my day. Okay.
If it's disrespectful, I'm not going to do
Now,
it.
granted, this is good whiskey,
So don't waste it.
and also, this is Toro.
Okay, so we won't fuck with the Toro, but maybe we'll put the edamame in it.
No, we're gonna do both. We're gonna do both. Take your shit and fucking.
Okay, love it.
And we're gonna dip it in the whiskey.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yes, I am.
Do it. Wow, look at this. Toro sashimi dipped in whiskey. Hold on.
You feel that? The little fire undertones?
Hold on.
Little fire undertones.
Did you just do something?
I'm always doing something.
Hold on, bro. I'm not even yanking your chain right now.
Not even pulling your leg here.
You're not even fucking scrubbing my schmegma right now, okay?
Gross. Haven't heard schmegma since I was in high school.
It's the best. I try to work it into as many conversations as I can. That's
actually kind of good.
that's kind of fire.
weirdly good because it has, I don't know, it's just like a little fiery.
So I bought this very expensive soy sauce at the crib at a farmer's market, where it's soy sauce that has been aged in barrels like a bourbon or a whiskey, and you kind of taste the the aged fermentedness of it, or whatever the fuck, however you call it, and you also kind of taste the alcohol notes.
Yeah.
And this shit, like, it worked.
Yeah, it really did. I honestly wasn't feeling confident, but it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice. I mean, this is how I prefer my whiskey, is with sushi.
Well, here we go.
Sushi dipped.
I think you actually did something, Megan Batoon.
Thank you.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. Yo, man, Lord knows it's hard to find some shorts that fit you right, okay? I've been wearing Chubby's original stretch shorts, and I love how comfortable the elastic waistband is, especially after I've had some Korean barbecue, okay? And they come in 3 different lengths, and that's just lit. I wore their classic lined swim trunks to the beach the other day, and I'm loving the stretchy fabric, okay? And they have a built-in boxer brief liner that's super comfy and makes my junk look great. I'm wearing their Friday shirt right now, and it's super lightweight and comfortable, okay? So check this out. What you should do is pair the original stretch shorts with the Chubbies lineup of Friday shirts, and now you're cooking with gas, baby. From casual button-downs to retro-inspired prints, these shirts are built to kick back, chill out, or party it up. If you're a lady listening, get your man Chubbies this summer and make sure he's looking good. He will thank you, all right? And would you look at that? For a limited time, our friends at Chubbies are giving our listeners 20% off with the promo code DUDES20 at checkout at chubbiesshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with the promo code DUDES20. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Embrace the freedom to move, the confidence to shine, and the style to stand out with Chubbies. Yo, guess what? Goody Brand brought back our Annoyed hats in khaki and black and white because they always sell out. They've been gone for a minute, but now they're back. So make sure you pick one up before they sell out because they always do, okay? GoodyBrand.com. We got a bunch of stuff on sale as well. Hats, shirts, all that. Check it out, GoodyBrand.com. Let the people know that you are annoyed. Wow. That's pretty. You let that man. You did a little something there. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Silly.
Oh shit, man. Okay, well.
Woo!
You ever been to Japan?
I have been to Japan. I went to the north of Japan, Yoshino.
Okay.
And then Niseko. Niseko Yoshino was the house that I stayed in. It was made by a bunch of locals. It was like a community. It was made completely of cedar. And it was like an Airbnb, and the hosts would take turns and like share the profits. The architecture was beautiful. This was on the show that I was on, this travel show. It was amazing. I also went to another place in Japan where this was like a luxury resort where we skied from the slopes into the front of it.
Dang.
And then I went and there was the chef that worked, I guess, at Nobu or something, was making food, and I went outside and got like ice from just outside in Japan.
What?
Brought
From the mountains?
And then went back into the kitchen, and then that's what he placed the crabs on for us to eat. The best strawberries in the world in Japan. Oh my, yeah.
Girl, let me tell you.
Tell me.
Because I had Japan on my like to-do list in 2020.
Oh.
Yeah. Like when I tell you, I literally was like, babe,
Yeah.
we're going to Japan this year.
Yeah.
We're fucking doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like looking at flights and shit. Like I'm ready to pull the trigger. And then something happened in 2020.
We know about that one.
And had to cancel all the plans for Japan. And we said, fuck it, let's make a human. And now I can't even leave the house for more than 3 hours.
So you've never been to Japan?
No. It's like the one country that I'm like, I've always wanted to go to that I haven't been to.
Damn.
Yeah, and I really, it's like, I love Japanese shit, you know? Like the food, the culture, the fashion. I would have liked to have, drag Chia to some weird sex shit, like just all of it,
All of it.
But we don't have to wait. And I can't take the babies to the weird sex shit.
Not yet. Just wait till they're 10.
yes, at least. I don't know what the rules are in Japan, but what would you like to take a bite of next?
That one.
The crab roll.
Crab roll.
Here you are.
Thank you.
I won't be dipping this in the whiskey.
I will not also be dipping this in the
I
whiskey.
think specifically the soy and the fish was like just something that worked.
Are you going to dip this in anything? Oh, there's already stuff in this one.
There is a little bit of stuff, yeah.
So this is a straight up just crab roll, or is there anything?
I think it's just crab and rice, but there's like a spicy mayo.
Oh!
Oh!
I thought you were going to dip it in there. You're just holding that
I was, but if you were taking a pure bite, I was going to take one with you.
Well, I'm just respecting the ingredients
Right.
as is.
I like to get a pure flavor. People are always complaining about me, or more so David, munching into the mic when we do this shit.
That's a whole different channel. Like ASMR.
And it's not one that they're subscribed to. People, dudes fans are not fans of that.
It's not my favorite noise either.
I can see why you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, because David gets very munchy in the mic. I try to turn away, but...
This is delicious.
Oh, this is great. It's a little baked crab hand roll. Have you ever?
No, because I feel like I usually don't go for baked things.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying this.
This is kind of a, like, I feel like when you go to a bougie sushi chain, a baked crab hand roll situation is like their go-to, like a staple situation. This is from Katsuya's to-go situation that I ordered from.
Yeah.
And very good. Well, let's talk about this Netflix show that you did.
And I did it during COVID.
What the fuck? Okay, tell me all about it, Megan.
Tell me all about it.
Because first of all, I was like, yo, dream job.
Dream job.
What the fuck? Tell the people about it if they didn't know.
There was a show once upon a time. It's called The World's Most Amazing Vacation Rentals. There was 3 hosts. I was one of the hosts, and I talked about design, and I was like the affordable budget, like here's how you can travel the world on a budget. And there was another girl that was the culture, and all of her stays were very unique. And then we had a real estate agent, and he did the luxury resorts.
So you like picked the spots?
The producers did.
Right. But you would be like, hey, this is my thing for the episode.
And so the episode would be like tree houses or like it would be a specific vibe. And then there was 3 different versions of it.
I see.
So in the beginning, it was we were traveling the world. We went to Tokyo, I guess we were in Tokyo. We went to Japan and Belgium and all these places, Bali, and then COVID hit. And we started shooting in 2019, at the end of 2019. And then when COVID, in March 2020, I remember being in the Dominican Republic in this like beautiful resort. And all of the proceeds would help kids be artists.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, lit, let's go.
Yeah.
And we invited our friends and family because it was supposed to be like this big enjoyment. But like my friends were on the way to LAX and they were like, should we not come anymore?
Oh, shit.
Because they canceled the shoot and we're like, we're gonna stop down for like 5 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we were done and I came back to LA. I was like sat for 5 months just making YouTube videos again. And then by the time we got back, the producers had to change everything to be domestic because of COVID. So yeah, then we were back on the road, but then we were going to like Montana and all these places.
And this was for the second season though, yeah?
This is, we shot both seasons at the same time.
Oh, I
and then
see.
they just like picked and chose what like worked best.
I see.
Yeah, so it could have been full world.
Dang.
I know. And we were the only show that went back on the road because we were only a crew of 13. So I was traveling at the peak of COVID. Like I've had such a different COVID experience than everyone else I know. It's wild.
And you mentioned earlier off camera that you feel like COVID changed you as a person.
Yeah.
How so?
I don't know. I feel like I've heard other people say this as well, of being more like extrovert friends of mine feel more introverted after COVID. Because I think it's the first time that they had to sit with themselves and be like, I can't see anybody. Or like people that are like workaholics. It's like, I have to like get a new hobby. So I think it was just a way of showing ourselves, it was like a mirror for ourselves to be like, okay, what are we really feeling here? But I think for me, because I was working during COVID and I saw everybody on Instagram like taking a break and being like, did like social distancing hangouts and they were just like making banana bread and like all of these things. And I was just like yearning for a break so badly because I was still working, which is like such a privilege. But that like when I came back and then everybody started ramping up, I was like, I want a break. And then I took like a year and a half off, 2 years off.
Yeah, you went to the desert.
Yeah. And so I think it broke my work ethic a little bit.
I see.
Or, I mean, I also burnt out, which is like the impetus of being like, don't talk to me.
Right.
And so now I'm like climbing back into business.
Okay.
But yeah, I think COVID just like.
See, that's funny because I was kind of like, I've always said that, you know what, guys? I know I seem like I'm a huge extrovert, but really at the end of the day, I just don't like people, And I feel like there was a time where the whole vibe of, I don't fuck with people, I like to just keep my circle tight, I don't even like going out, was like almost like the cool thing to say.
Sure.
And then when COVID happened, everybody was like,
It's like, nah, motherfucker.
no, I'm lonely. Actually, I need human interaction. And I was like, Y'all fake. I love it.
I still love being alone.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
I also, I wasn't really allowed to say this during COVID, but like I had a great COVID. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't have to, and even though, yes, I'll go to schmoozy networking events and, I can have a good time if I put myself in that zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good at networking. I'm good at fucking, like, socializing.
So you're just like being on and it's almost performative in a way.
And I can do that and it's fine. I have a good time. Like, it also doesn't, like, kill me inside like it does a lot of people, But it was great to just not have to do that. And I was like, I don't need to talk to nobody. I'm good. And even, like, the fact that me and Chia get along was great too, but the fact that our house was big enough that she could be on one side of the house and I could be on my side of the house and we wouldn't have to talk, also ideal.
100%.
And the fact that she also hates people, it was great, man. We were just fucking chilling. And, I think, like you said, a blessing to still be able to really, doing internet for a living was ideal during COVID. It was like I could, I don't have to leave. I can take care of my pregnant wife because, we fucking, I was shooting a club up, got her pregnant.
Shooting a club up?
Oh, have you never heard that phrase?
No. Does that mean getting someone pregnant?
Well, because you're busting your nuts inside her vaginal walls.
Which is the club?
The club, yeah. Shoot the club up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a phrase.
Is it?
In urban vernacular, yeah.
Okay, you're culturing me. Love it.
Yeah. Shooting the club up. So I shot the club up and I was able to nurture the results of my shooting the club up. And we could just chill, not go anywhere. I didn't have to, travel. It was great.
Yeah.
I
think that's one of the misconceptions that people think about people that are on the internet or like YouTube personalities because they think that it's interesting to me because when I am recording, I'm alone. So it's like I can be extrovert energy because I'm just with myself and I know how to budget my energy and I'm just like talking to the camera and it's like, okay, we're here together. But like when people think that I'm just like this all the time, it's like, oh, no. Like if you see me on the street, like I'm like,
yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, I guess it just depends on the day.
Yeah.
But like there's times I'm like a wallflower for sure.
For sure. Yeah, and it's funny because even I remember me and my boy PD Flo were getting dinner with our homegirl's boyfriend at the time. This was early YouTube shit, but our videos had kind of began to pop off and we were personalities, And we're sitting there at dinner and he had never really actually sat down with us before, but he knew us, right? So we're just kind of talking and he's like, oh, you guys are normal.
Normal, I know. Yeah.
He was like so shocked,
But it's so nice when people are normal because I feel like there are, I mean, I don't know if it's like this anymore, but at least like with comedians, always bits.
I know.
And I feel like sometimes with YouTube, it could also be the same or like people are like super elevated personality types. But when you do get to meet other YouTubers that are just like, oh no, we're normal people that have an internet connection. Like that's cool.
Well, I tell you this, like, I still vlog, right? Not like super consistently, but I'll drop a vlog like every week or so.
That's consistent to me.
Sure. I mean,
damn.
But some of these motherfuckers vlogging every day and, but so I'll put up a vlog and, at the height of vlogging, I feel like everybody was like, like super, you felt like you had to be super high energy 100%. All the time. And that was never really my vibe, even in the vlogs. So, people will, not gonna lie, hold on, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Ooh, I was like, your octave went down and I was like, here comes the truth. But you just forgot.
Yeah, I just forgot. Vlogging, energy. Oh, yes. People have commented like, oh, I love that you're just not screaming all the time in the vlogs. And here's what's funny is just regular shit people will see in my vlogs because I'm not trying to like do anything, quote unquote. I'm literally just kind of documenting. Someone commented one time and they're like, I love that their house is always messy. Like that's so real of them, And I'm like, we're just tired.
We just haven't gotten around to it.
We just we haven't folded the laundry, man, because we're sleepy. That's it, you know?
But that's so good people are craving authenticity always, and especially now.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got comments about that a long time ago because I would set up the background, and you do talking head videos in the very beginning of YouTube, and I would clean up the background, but then if you turn the camera 90 degrees, then it's just like a shitstorm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I was vlogging, people could see that, and they were like, why don't you just be you? And honestly, like, a lot of hate comments have helped me be myself more because they're like, they could sense it. Like, people watching can sense when you're fake, when something is not right. And even though in the beginning I would like cry over hate comments, you can sift the truth out of it.
For sure.
And then be like, oh, that I can actually take this as constructive criticism and change and pivot a little bit to be a better version of myself or a little bit more authentic. And it's true because, like, nobody's perfect, and what's the point of acting like you are?
I know. It's I think that's been a big shift in the internet, you know what I'm saying, where people expected so much in the beginning, and also, YouTube personalities, it was like we were, and maybe we kind of put that on ourselves too, to like feel like we were this like, hey, we're always happy all the time, like that's the vibe, And look, I'll tell you this. I'm happy like 90% of the time. I'm a happy ass person.
I don't think I've ever seen you unhappy.
Yeah.
But
it's not a front for me.
What, happiness?
Yeah, it's genuine. It's
you're happy. You're a happy guy.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, anytime I see you crying, it's for a joke.
Yeah, and Chia will say that she's actually never seen me cry either.
Really?
Yeah, she said that, and like I'm like, you didn't look over me while we were watching that episode of of whatever the fuck it was, I'm like, cause your boy was definitely tearing up, you know, but I feel like, and I'm not like against crying, I think I'm an emotional person.
When's the last time you cried? You're a Pisces.
Yeah.
March 3rd?
Is when I cried last?
March
March
8th?
3rd,
When's your birthday?
1999.
Damn.
No,
You got some stuff built up.
March 6th.
March 6th. I was close. When's the last time you cried? Do you remember?
Like, not from a show?
Yeah, from your life. Whether good or bad.
I want to say... When was the last time I cried from emotions that weren't from a show?
It's giving Asian man.
Maybe, huh? It might have been, it might have been, I don't know, maybe me and Chia were like having some like deep discussion and I had done something that I was just felt bad about, maybe. But I also feel like we were having this conversation like in bed in the dark. So this is probably why she didn't see me. Because I remember referencing and being like, yo, like, no, I was next to you. I was like crying. And she was like, oh, I didn't see your face, But this had to be like, this feels like early on when we moved into the crib when we had just got married in like 2018.
Damn, that's a long time.
I guess so.
If you don't cry, those chemicals get stored in your body and fuck you up.
Do they?
Yes.
What kind of pseudoscience is this, Megan Batoon? Huh?
That's what I read somewhere.
So what happens? How does it fuck you up?
I think it just, I would have to Google it, but it's not good. I'll tell you that.
But even if I don't feel the need to cry?
I don't know all the details.
Cry expert? Let's take a break.
What's going on? It's your boy Subario, aka Eric Ochoa, my boy Vijito Lex, Team Chantarangsu, and my boy BD Flow. We're gonna be out there in Las Vegas.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby.
I want you guys to show up, have a good time. We're gonna get lit. Gonna show off these tits.
That's right.
It's gonna be a good time. Come on, what?
What?
I'm gonna show off these tits. Yeah, we're gonna show off these tits. We hope you guys fun. Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club.
That's right, baby. We got 4 shows. Remember, we got 4 shows on Friday, September 6th, 7:30, 9:30. We got a show Saturday, 2 shows. Tim's gonna be there on one of the nights. We have a special guest on the other one. Make sure you come through, guys.
I ain't hungry, so not 1, not 2, but 3, but 4 shows?
4 shows, baby.
Bring your wife for the first one and Sancha for the second.
Hey.
You know what they say? When you go to Vegas, what will you do out there? What people don't talk about.
That's right. That's what they do say.
Yes. What Timothy Chantarangsu said.
That's right. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys in Vegas. It's gonna be dope. Oh, we forgot. Rick is gonna be hosting. Ricky Chucks. He's not here with us, but he's gonna be hosting. It's gonna be dope, guys.
Very cute.
I don't know, man. Like, look, like I said, I'm trying to think if I haven't cried because I fought off the tears. You feel me? Because, like I said, I'm an emotional dude. I'm open to tears, but have I potentially maybe fought back some teariness when me and Chia were like arguing about something? Probably.
Right.
Because I don't look like a bitch when we arguing about something.
What if
but
it's in the dark?
in the dark? I'll let them fly, girl.
Have you ever held in a sneeze?
No, I refuse.
I also refuse because a sneeze is 1/8 of an orgasm. So sneeze, every time I sneeze, enjoy it. The worst thing someone can do when you're about to sneeze is say bless you before you sneeze.
Oh, it fucks everything up.
Fuck those people.
Yeah.
I hate it. You just robbed me from 1/8 of feeling the most pleasure that a human can feel on this earth.
I was just thinking, I would be so pissed if it was 1/8 for an orgasm, like literally for a guy, and if like 1/8 of jizz leaked out every time I
No.
sneezed, I'd be so. Then I would hold back the sneezes, because like, oh, not even the. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, nah.
give me the full jizz, man. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like if you hold in your cries, it's kind of like holding in sneezes for your
For my soul,
soul.
my soul orgasm that I should be having.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. The thing about it is, if I like, I was gonna say there's nothing negative about when you jizz, but that's not exactly true either.
I agree.
Yeah, you bust too soon, and women get very mad at you.
I think this is probably one of the gayest things I'll say. But I hate jizz in general.
You want some more whiskey or not? You chilling?
I'll do it.
Cool.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, we shouldn't get into this, but like, I just don't, it's a mess. I don't like it. I guess the only thing I like about it is that the other person is having a great time.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't like it.
Look, I'll say this. And this sparked a whole debate on No Chaser because I clipped this moment and people were very upset. But I'm definitely a big fan of when a girl loves jizz. When she's like,
You?
yeah, when
No
when a
way.
girl is like, yo, all over me, fucking like when they want it on them and just like, you know, when they like I don't need someone to like swallow. That's like kind of irrelevant for me. But as long as like it goes into the mouth, I think that's like a solid situation.
Yeah.
Or if they just love it, I think that's them waving the dick around to make the jizz just go everywhere.
They're like, and you're watching Disney Channel.
And they just like love the fucking jizz so much. I think that's super hot. Okay.
Sure, of course.
But I'm also, on the contrary, if my own jizz touches me, I'm like, ugh,
Oh, really?
yuck. I'm like, ugh.
I wish that there was just something more, I don't know, maybe this is selfish of me, but like, what if there was something more beneficial for me in it?
I heard it's good for your skin.
I did hear it's good for your skin.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, well, all right, I'll bottle it up next time. But I don't know if it was like froyo or like had some sort of, I feel there was like a flavor.
Yeah, well, you know, I knew a girl that dated a vegan guy, and she said that his jizz tasted like candy.
Ooh.
That's what she told me.
Good
So
for them. I hope they're happy.
I'll tell you a story of me being disgusted.
Disgusted.
And a girl just knowing I didn't want it on me. This is, of course, like college
Your
days.
own?
Yeah, my own.
Oh my God, let's go.
College days. I did the customary, like pull out jizz on her tummy situation. And then she grabbed my waist, squished me into my own jizz. So gross.
Why?
To be funny.
Interesting.
So I pulled out, nutted on her stomach, and she was like, "Ugh." I was like, ah! Oh, you dirty bitch.
To be funny?
Just fucking around.
I don't like it. I'm out. The Uber's on its way. I'd be done.
If only Ubers existed back then. You had to actually talk to them. God.
Oh my God. Woof.
But
Wow.
woof, you said?
Woof. I woof all the time.
I've never heard you woof before.
Woof. It'll come out.
But yeah, so I understand your dislike for jizz. You know, it's like, smell's not great. Consistency is yucky.
There's nothing good about it. I'll say that.
Some girls love it.
And I love that for them. Here's the thing. Do you know about this? This is a little spiritual thing.
Yeah.
But people have said that you can manifest while you're orgasming because you are connected to just like a really potent energy.
Okay.
So if you're thinking about your goals and imagining, have you ever manifested before at all or tried?
I think my whole life is a manifestation, yeah.
Say more about that.
And hold your thought. I'm just big on positive energy and feeling like if you fully invest into yourself to the point of like delusional confidence, you can make shit happen. And when people ask me like, hey, when you started YouTube and did you see yourself being here? I'm like, yes, literally from the beginning. I always knew it was gonna be like, I always knew it was gonna work. Like I always knew it was gonna work.
Cool. Yeah, I've got that too. Like, not that I just think it's all going, my track record with myself is I've done what I need to do to get to where I want to be.
Yes.
So like doing the work, showing up, like even now, like these past 2 years, I've taken the foot off the gas, but it's because I'm like, I know myself and I know my work ethic that if I choose something, I'm like so laser focused that I'm like, we're getting there.
Yeah, it's about doing what you need to do because you know you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like as long as you put, if you put in the work, how could it not work?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, no, the work works.
Yes.
The work be working.
100%.
Yeah. So with manifesting, it's like, yeah, you basically in those moments, you're imagining what it is like to already have that, right? You're like, I'm already gonna be, on TV or a successful rapper, all of these things. Like, whenever you're feeling that in your body, like that's, people think manifesting is just like, oh, I wanna be this. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, God.
Yeah.
And like gratitude is definitely a part of it, but it's literally molecularly and granularly feeling like you already have it.
Fuck yeah.
Which is what aligns you within that energy. So I've heard people using that to whenever they're sorry, I'm coming right now.
Yeah. Yikes. Robyn, get the mop.
Oh my God. Is thinking about what they want and aligning with that energy of already having it while you're orgasming. And it basically is like enhancing, it's like putting salt on your dreams.
Okay. Does it work if I'm jerking off or does it have
Yes.
to be? Okay.
I think it's just anytime you're in that, like, I don't know what it is. Again, this would be a Google moment.
Yeah.
But I do know that I've read it.
On Reddit?
No, I have read it.
Yeah. Not gonna lie. Look, and I've told this story before as well, but like, one time when I was making sweet love on the beach, and it was like, and I looked down and I was hitting it from the back and I was experiencing the doggy style energy, and I looked up to see like waves and the moon and the stars. It's like one of the few times, as cliche as it sounds, I felt like, well, I'm going through this, like, what is one of the most purest things you can do, and looking at the universe, I felt like at one with the universe.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt just like I was like, ooh, I'm doing this super primal thing, and I'm feeling so connected to just like my surroundings and the stars and the moon. It was tight. Yeah.
I think we don't pay enough attention to the stars and the moon as a society. I guess I can't say like blanket statement wise, but when I moved to the desert, I've literally never looked at the moon, I feel like, in my life. And then when I lived in the desert, I would like, when the sun went down, my day was over, I would look at the moon, I would know I would see the whole like crescent, half moon. Like I would do kind of like rituals. I would go outside and like light a little candle and some Palo Santo and write. Like I would be so connected. Yeah. In LA, it's really hard.
I mean, you don't really see, you don't see stars.
You don't see stars. I remember...
Except for walking the streets.
I remember just feeling like LA was a casino because everyone was always this is lights, camera, action. You know how in casinos, it's the lights are on, you don't know what time it is because they always want you to just be doing things, spending money, gambling, drinking. And so I feel like that can happen here. And I think now my lesson is to merge the two lifestyles of like this like business entrepreneur energy and this like spiritual grounded, relaxed vagus nerve energy. And then just like balance them.
Balance is the key.
That's what they've been saying this whole time. You know, every cliche is a cliche for a reason. They're all right.
I say a lot of cliche shit, but I believe it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like that whole, like I hate, you know, like I know the whole like, manifest your dream shit is like so cliche, and it's like what every influencer says, but it's like, it's true.
I know, I gotta start really doing it again. Like the key part, literally the key part that everyone forgets is to feel it as if you already have it. And that's the part that I always forget. And it's like, I'm here being like, do this. I forget all the fucking time. I need to remember that because that's truly when it happens.
Most of the time when I tweet or post some inspirational shit, I'm just talking to myself.
100%.
You know, reminding myself.
Almost everything I post is a reminder to myself.
Yeah.
All of the things I design, it's just like every piece of my merch is like, remember this thing. And it's like, it's really,
Yeah, don't forget to pick up your kid.
big on a t-shirt.
Hey, wait a second now.
Like, this is weird, but I'll support him, I guess.
That's kind of fire, actually. Goody notes. Yeah, man. Look, 100%. And you know, I think that's it's so important, you know, because you kind of have to remind yourself in a world where everybody wants to tell you that you ain't shit, you can't do it.
In a world
where you got to be your biggest cheerleader. Mega Batoon brings the pom poms.
It's game time.
Oh yeah, summer 2026.
It's a long production.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. That was great. Me and Batoon are starting our own podcast. We're gonna be giving advice. So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Which I think will be great because we have similarities in some of our backgrounds being Asian and YouTubers and like in entertainment, but also completely different. I mean, like man, woman, and then we also have ADHD. Like I feel like there is a lot more similarities, but the fact that we are not the same gender is really exciting.
I think there's that. There's also, you know,
You're married, I'm not.
well, yeah, there's that as well. And I also, you know, like we touched on in the previous episode, I kind of host staged it out like 10 years ago. You are just kind of really opening yourself up to, you know, quote unquote host stage of your life. And I think there's a lot of different perspectives and conversations that can be had while we try to give y'all advice on whatever you need help on, you know?
Whatever you need help on.
So stay tuned for that. We don't know what the fuck it's called yet, but we're gonna figure it out and you'll see, guys. So hopefully you like it. And
You're gonna
hopefully
love it.
Studio 71 has a cooler set we can be on. I don't know, man.
Dead.
But if not, this works too, I guess.
It's perfect.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Oh, I be nibbling on that motherfucker, all right? Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. Damn, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yo, it's the dudes behind the food. Dudes.